Welcome aboard to the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander XLE. Let me show you guys around. The 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander is a brand new SUV from Toyota. Think of it as like the big brother to the little Highlander and a little brother to Toyota's full-size Sequoia. For $47,000, you get a 2.4-liter turbo four-cylinder with 265 horsepower and a whopping 310 pound-feet of torque. This thing definitely hauls on the road. Let's start with the exterior. I absolutely love the way this coastal cream looks on this Toyota Grand Highlander. It's not quite a white, as you can see, but rather it's more like an ivory or off-white. I want to start with this front end here. This looks really, really cool with that bar that goes above the grille, and then you have the real grille down here. The headlights are LED with halogen turn signals. I like these vents, even though they seem to be fake, they do add a little bit to the end of the vehicle. We also have these wheels here. They're just the regular base level wheels, but they definitely get the job done. Those big tires mean this is going to be an incredibly smooth ride. The side profile of the vehicle is also extremely nice as well. I like how Toyota has gone a cleaner route with their newer models, especially with this Grand Highlander. I like that body line that just swoops just beneath the window and then meets back up on the end. Now let's go to the back of the vehicle where we have this really cool kind of like fake light bar sort of thing. I do like the LED taillights with halogen turn signals complementing it right there. Definitely a nice look. My one criticism is that there isn't too much of a back bumper. You can see that it's quite flat when looking at the side here. So if a vehicle were to hit right back here, it would come awfully close to the back of your tailgate or liftgate, and then you have to replace it. But I really like how Grand Highlander is indented. It's embossed into the truck, which I really like. And you can see we have all-wheel drive here as well. But I think the part where this Toyota Grand Highlander really shines is its interior. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Inside of the Grand Highlander, we have this really nice steering wheel. I believe it's leather wrapped, but it gives you a ton of buttons to control everything. I especially like the previous and next buttons right here. This changes your music. You got your cruise controls right here. This is your D-pad to control your fully digital display, which I'll zoom in just a little bit right here. But you can control a variety of different things, such as your trip computer and your cruise control, as well as being able to see your music information. That's quite a neat resource right there. Really nice steering wheel controls, volume buttons right there, Bluetooth controls right over here. Your turn signals are right here along with your headlight controls. And we have your wiper controls down here. You push down instead of up, which is definitely going to take a little bit getting used to coming from a VW owner. Over here, we have your automatic headlights on and off. You can reset your trip meter there. We have a little storage compartment that's hidden right there, which nobody will know about unless, of course, they watch this video. Very easy to use mirror controls, window switches, all the things. And they're one touch down and up, which is really nice as well. We have fully heated mirrors with a blind spot indicator. I also like how they're door mounted instead of window mounted, which makes them a little bit more aerodynamic. I also like this 12.3-inch widescreen display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is paired to the phone that's filming this video, and I have no cable going to this. I have fully physical climate controls right here. They're incredibly easy to use when you're on the road. I really like these. It's very easy to jump from low to high, especially during those autumn days. We have nice AC vents here. One thing I really like about this Grand Highlander, though, is the amount of USB-C ports there are. You got two up front here, you'll have a wireless charging pad here, and down here we have some really nice cup holders with an extra storage space right over there. They can hold very large cups. I also really like this 8-speed automatic transmission shifter. Very nice. I especially like that they put an 8-speed automatic in here. You have your automatic start-stop off right there, your traction control off. You can choose from a variety of different modes here, such as eco, sport, mud and sand, rock and dirt, snow, and there's even a decline mode. But I think my favorite part about this interior is the center console. It's like a bendy kind of lid sort of thing, and it's really fun to use. But down here, we have a ton of space. If I lift this shelf out of the way here, you can see that there is a ton of space down here. So much room to put whatever you may need. And there is even a 12-volt socket hidden underneath there too, so you can even charge your phone in secret. But these seats are also incredibly comfortable. They got big bolsters. Again, they're heated and they have a little perforation here, and they're just incredibly soft and very nice for a long drive. And I can't forget that there's a little shelf up here and yet another USB Type-C port with a fully lockable glove box, which is actually, it's a little bit smaller, but seeing as we have some shelf space up here, that's not bad at all. I also really like these sun visors. They have a little slot in here so you can put your cards in there. They have a little convenience light and you can pull them out. And yes, they fully extend. We also have your convenience lights up here too, your door settings, and there's even a nice little sunglass holder up there too. Same for the passenger side. There's your microphone for your telematics and a really nice rear view mirror that's semi-frameless. At least it has a really thin frame anyway. But let's go ahead and jump to the back seat, where I have seats that not only recline, but they also slide forward and back. I also have a rear sunshade back here as well, with my own AC vent and convenience light. I have my very own climate controls back here as well, with 2 more USB-C ports, a 12-volt socket hanging out down here, and we also have a center armrest with 2 pretty large cup holders. And not to mention, because we're in a midsize SUV, I have not only lots of legroom, but I also have lots of headroom. I'm 5'8.5", and someone over 6 feet would be incredibly comfortable back here, especially with this seat being in my default driving position. But this is not the only row of seats there is. If I jump out of the vehicle real quick, and I press this button down, and fold these seats forward, we can go to the 3rd row, where you can really start to see the benefits of being in the Grand Highlander as opposed to being in the normal Highlander. While both vehicles do have a middle seat in the 3rd row, this one offers quite a bit more legroom, keeping in mind that this seat is slid all the way back, and the middle seat is actually not terrible either. I can sit here for a decent drive, and I even have decent headroom like I would in a sedan. Plus, I still get my own air vents and my own convenience lights with 3 cup holders and another USB Type-C port, and the same thing over here. So the 3rd row seat has 6 cup holders and 2 USB-C ports in total, which is incredible for an American family and the ultimate American family road trip in this beautiful Grand Highlander here. But it gets even better, because if we jump to the rear tailgate area of the vehicle, you not only have a fully powered liftgate, but you also have reclinable 3rd row seats, something that isn't very common on a crossover. But we also have a false floor, giving you lots of extra storage to hide more things away, plus a parcel shelf, which can be attached here and here. And what's really nice is you can fold these 3rd row seats further forward to get even more room in the back of your Grand Highlander, effectively turning it into a van and possibly making it a little bit bigger than a Toyota Sienna. So overall, you can get everything you need inside of this 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander that is beeping at me because the key is far away, because yes, we do have keyless entry in this Grand Highlander. But before we go, I want to talk about the driving experience of this Grand Highlander. The steering is light, but it's relatively precise. I really like the floor mounted pedal as well. It makes it a lot easier, especially when you want to accelerate. This thing definitely goes, because again, we have 265 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque with an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive, making this a relatively good package for the money, given how much equipment you get in the entirety of this Grand Highlander. So, would you guys get a Grand Highlander over one of its competitors like the Honda Pilot or the Volkswagen Atlas? Be sure to let me know, because I am definitely in love with this brand new 2024 Grand Highlander, even though it's just the base model. So can you imagine how much better it gets when you get to one of the higher trim levels with something like ventilated seats right where these blanks go? That would be pretty cool. So again, thank you guys for watching this video on this Toyota Grand Highlander. Be sure to check out my other reviews, and I'll see you guys on the next one.